Good evening, lamb chops. It is I, your favorite fluffy vampire Bruma. Y'all excited? It's time. Finally. The second Higurashi book. Oh, hi! Oh, wait, where are... Oh, there you are. Okay, I was worried chat wasn't working. I was like, don't you do this to me. Alright, so, let's see. Do we need a recap, I wonder? Probably not. Move that up. Been a while. Looking forward to it. Fuck yeah! Yeah! First one, let's see. It was Keiichi moving into town. Strange stuff started happening here. And then Yashiro-sama, he died. Oh, and then he killed Mion and Reina too before he died. So I'm excited. We're just gonna get into it, I think. Let's see. Here we go. Sorry, I'm just still making sure everything's good. I check it before I start, always, but then I always get nervous that something is wrong. Alright, that did happen, yeah. But don't worry, I think we'll all catch on real quick to what's happening. Alright, I haven't even, opened it. I literally just opened the game this much to make sure the sizes and everything was good. So, here we go. We're just gonna get into it. Watanagashi, the most possibilities. How is your taste of life in Hinamizawa? A curse or a conspiracy? I believe you have fully enjoyed everything and everyone's seeming suspicious. Here at last. Who the fuck is texting me? Not now. Here at last. It is no surprise attack, but a real direct incident. Please enjoy it. The difficulty is lower than onikakushi, but still extremely vicious. What? There was difficulty? Huh? I have no idea what they're talking about. I hated that. I hated that. Whatever noise that was, I didn't like it. I will not quench your thirst, for you seek the truth that I could not accept. I will not quench your thirst, for the truth you desire does not exist. But I still want to quench your thirst, for I am the one who cast you into the desert. No way, now we can get to the real beef. Reading level? Oh, I don't know. 1983, 58th year of the Showa era. When They Cry. Here we go. It's the only difficulty maybe. Unless they're talking about... I don't know, because it's not like we were making choices or anything in the first one. I don't know. The chirping of birds served as my alarm clock. Huh? Wasn't today Sunday? Wasn't it basically my style to stay up late on Saturday and sleep through the morning on Sunday? Why was I waking up at this disgustingly wholesome hour? Back to sleep, back to sleep. Still looks like Keiichi's house. Keiichi, are you awake? You have a phone call. At that moment, the sound of my mother calling me from downstairs finally registered. A phone call? Disgusting. I sprang up and out of bed, abruptly, and stampeded noisily down the stairs. He's awake. I'll put him on right now. My mother informed the person on the other end of the line. Hello? It's me. And who might this be? Morning, Keiichi-kun. You're such a sleepyhead, such a sleepyhead. Oh, Reina, what's up with calling so early in the morning? I didn't think it was so early. It's the middle of the day, you know. It was 11 o'clock. I guess you could loosely consider that the middle of the day. So what's up? Hold on a second. I'll put on Mi-chan right now. Ohayo, Kei-chan. If I were to say it in English, that'd be good morning. While we're at it, why don't you try saying it in Chinese, German, and Russian as well? Ni hao, Kei-chan. Guten Morgen, Kei-chan. Russian? Das Vidania? How the hell should I know? Well, whatever. This stupid conversation has woken me up. Don't worry, just go back to sleep. Guten Morgen, yeah. That's good to hear. So, Kei-chan, you free right now? If you're good, then we've got everybody. Everybody? Does she mean all the club members? That's right. You might be thinking, every day always ends in a heated competition, but at least I can spend my day off peacefully. You're too naive, Kei-chan. Yeah. The aim of our club is to find the best solution for every situation. In other words, we don't care if it's the weekend. Oh, it looks like Kei-chan has come to understand our club. So how about it? Can you come? I had absolutely nothing planned for the day. If I were to refuse Club President Mion's invitation, what other fun ways to pass the time would I have? It's not like I planned on doing anything. And if I said no, you'd probably just declare me a loser and default the forced penalty of the game anyway. If you understand that much, then you can't refuse, right? If you're okay with it, then meet us at the usual place at 1 o'clock. We're going to town, so bring a bike, okay? Oh shit. Club activities in town? Well, we could do them anywhere. Besides, since it's a new venue, there's no way I wasn't going to go this intense. I'm holding a pretty big grudge from the narrow loss a couple days ago. I'll say it right now, I'm not going to lose. A couple of days ago on Friday's club activities, the uncompromising poker match. It was a fight to the death. Nobody held back. Nobody could tell who was in the lead or who was in last until all the points were tallied. In the end, I won by only one ship. Mion came in second. Damn it! To think if I hadn't squandered that one ship. Mion lamented thus. Perhaps more so than she lost the match. Mion doesn't lose. That's why Mion was only whined when she let the champion throw it slip from her fingers. That's why she was more frustrated than anybody over a close loss. So, did she mean for today to be a grudge match? Bring it on. Just like last time, I'll shut you down and make you play the penalty game. Make sure you play it in a way that you won't regret it when you lose. Hehehe. Wouldn't have it any other way. I'll make it all the more better when I crush you. After that, we exchanged jeers for a bit before hanging up the phone. As I headed back upstairs hastily to get the key to my bike, I bumped into my mother as she was carrying a futon down. Oh, Keiichi, you seem like you're in a good mood. Heading out? Something like that. I'm gonna go into town and play with everybody. Take care, and watch out for traffic. Be back before dinner. Yeah, I'll be back then. After unlocking the chain from my bike in the garage, I reveled a bit in the resistance and slightly stiff pedal gave as I pushed on it. Alright, let's go. I set off on my bike, cutting through the refreshing morning air. Keiichi-kun! You're late! Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? Where are Satoko and Rika-chan? Huh. Rather than meeting up with them here, it's a lot quicker to just meet them in town. Oh, I see. If I remember correctly, Satoko and Rika-chan's houses were on the other side, past the school. Oh yeah. What's up with doing club activities in town? Alright, watch out for unmarked white vans, fucking right? I wouldn't mind doing that. Even then, I wouldn't lose to you. You see, Michan always tells me the routes and schedules for the armored bank cars. I wonder why. What? I spun around with a serious look on my face and looked at Mion. Well, it certainly seemed possible that Mion was capable of doing that. Seriously, Mion? Reina? What are you saying? What? I don't know the scheduled routes for every bank. What? Sorry, Michan, sorry. The two of them joked around. The bright laughter was the best match for a beautiful day like today. Hey, you two. Satoko and Rika-chan are waiting for us, aren't they? Let's stop fooling around and get going. Around and around, fooling around like two fluttering butterflies. I earnestly wished I could keep up watching them just like this. But the five of us together would be absolutely more fun. That's right. Let's go. The goal is to plunder 1 billion. Once we split the loot, everybody's scram. Yeah! Was she always repeating words? She did with the curse that affected her. No, she usually does it. It's like a vocal tick she's always had. Except she'll usually just say something and go, I wonder, I wonder. But yeah, she's always kind of had that repeating thing going on. The three of us on our bikes headed over gently sloping hills towards town. Accelerating hard, we crested the hill. The view expanded as Okinomiya Station came into sight. I occasionally come to the station here. Considering the amount of effort it takes to get here, though, it was quite a hassle. That's why I didn't know much about the area around the station, or Okinomiya itself for that matter. The street we were heading to today, was of course unfamiliar to me as well. Going through the railroad crossing, we headed past the south, past the end of the station. This is the first time I've been this way. Around here, there's lots of things like arcades and toy stores. Min-chan knows a lot about it. So there's an arcade? I used to go to one pretty often. My gamer blood roils within me. My gamer blood. Always going to an arcade? Kei-chan, you're quite the delinquent. Next time we're here, I'll show you where it is. It's a good one. There's quite a few machines. It seemed like the town of Okinomiya was my own stomping grounds. If I asked her, she could tell me a lot of things about it. Eventually, we came across a store with quite a few bikes parked in front of it. Was this the arcade? Keiichi's a move. No, it was a smaller shop. Looking at the window display, it seemed like our everyday toy shop. But for almost 10 kids to be filing in and out of the store, they were doing almost too well for themselves. Could it be? This store is having some sort of event today? Exactly. Top prize is 50,000 yen. 50,000? What the heck is that? That's a GMP of the People's Republic Keiji 5 times over. 2 cute figures messing about on the front of the store notice us as they wave their hands. Hello, everybody! We've been waiting for you. Good morning. Hey! Morning, Rika-chan. Satoko? We'll settle this before the cops get here. The goal is to plunder 1 billion. Huh? Keiichi? Keiichi-san, I have no idea what you're talking about. Are we late? Did we keep you two waiting? We finished early today, so we've been waiting a while. I'm sorry about that. Kei-chan here is taking his sweet time. Well, if it was Keiichi's fault, I couldn't be helped. Saying that, Rika-chan stretched up and began patting Mion's head. Hey, wait a minute. Are you solving everything by making me the bad guy? Of course. Who else but Keiichi-san could fill this important role? I don't like being cast like that. If you think that this will solve everything, you're sorely mistaken. I was feeling slightly irritated, so I began to repeatedly smack Satoko on the head. Got it. KK is bullying me! Wah! It's such a shame that Keiichi's bullying you. Satoko's crying. She's crying. I'm taking her home. Your big sister will take care of the bad guy, okay? What? Reina ecstatically wiped the tears, which were probably fake, from Satoko's face, while Rika-chan gently patted mine as I lay sprawled on the ground. Yep, this is fine. Yep. This is the way things are supposed to be solved. Although, I think we should find a new punchline before you start losing teeth. Well then, upsie daisy. You died, Texia. In any case, the greeting for today went well. Inside the toy shop, there are about 10 boys around the same age as me. Apparently they all knew Mion, and finding that out she had arrived greeted her with jeers and a few at a time. Mi-chan's a regular at the toy shop, so she has a lot of friends. A regular at a toy shop? What's up with that? Hey, Keiichi-san! Look back over here. Following Satoko's prompting, I took a look. There were chairs lined up at tables, almost like some sort of birthday party. I realized it immediately. It couldn't be. This is the venues for today's club activities? Surprised, Kei-chan? I'm good friends with the owner here, so he sometimes lets me hold game tournaments to expand his customer base. Expand his customer base? I see. meaning all the boys lining up at this place were participants. That's right! Normally it's just us 5, but today we're gonna play with lots and lots of people. Reina was innocently happy about being able to play with so many people, but my expression grew noticeably stern. Keiichi-san, I know exactly what you're thinking. Oh? Well then, why don't you try saying it? Together, okay? 1, 2... These are all enemies! Satoko's voice and mine blended together in harmony. We looked over at the participants. After all, the top prize was 50,000 yen. My eyes lit up like a flame. Hey, Kei-chan. It looks like today will be fun. Well, no matter how many more rivals I have, the goal is still the same. Rivals? Kei-chan, do you think a whale keeps track of all the krill it eats? She said that with an unpleasant voice, laughing with an aggressive glint in her eyes, reserved solely for club activities. Damn it, Mion. She's as serious as she can be today. I'm not the only one who's serious. Take a look at Rika-chan. Mion pointed, looking to where her finger directed me. The heck is that? Rika-chan was using those kind of traits to soften up the group of almost excessive pleasantriness. I'm also gonna do my best. Go for it! Yay! Go for it! Yay! Completely emasculated, the group joined Rika-chan in a cheer. The inside of the store had been consumed by the world of Rika-chan. Damn, she's already chomping at the bit. It seems like today's gonna be fun. I'm gonna do my best. Hello! It seemed that Reina was also unusually fired up by the large crowd. Hopping about, running around, she had entered entirely into cute mode. In Reina's case, the real fun starts with her tension gauge fills up. Her happy-go-lucky attitude belied the fact that she was in a state in which the most threatening. Mion was making small talk with some of the regular customers she was acquainted with. It was like a business as usual for her. Let me hear your war cry. How? Of course, if anybody thought that Mion looked ordinary, they were not qualified to be in the club. The shadow beneath her feet was exuding a killer instinct, rising up like a chill wind. Damn it, Mion. Throwing away her honor and humility like that? She's serious. Keiichi-san, didn't you know? The 50,000 yen prize is from Mion-san's own pockets. What? She was putting out the 50,000 yen all by herself? At that moment, a dark miasma that warped Mion's surroundings began to appear. The music's going really hard for that. Yeah, it was. What is it, Kei-chan? Is there something on my face? A shiver crept up my spine. That Mion, cornering herself like that. She was pulling out the demon lurking within. Fine with me. Damn it, my knees were shaking like crazy. Before I realized it, the store had filled up with even more people. However, the looks on their eyes weren't confrontational. They were looks of exploration and curiosity. They were the eyes of onlookers who were wondering what kind of match was going to occur and who was going to win. Hehe, you couldn't ask for a better stage than this. This would be getting interesting. Keiichi-kun, let's do our best, okay? Do our best. How? Reina was already charged. Mortal laws and common sense held no power before the might of Reina in her Kiyut mode. I definitely didn't want to fight her if possible. Rika-chan, do your best. We're all cheering on you on. Okay, I'll do my best. Rika-chan, who was exuding way too much charm no matter how you looked at it, had already won over most of the onlookers to her side. Nonchalantly avoiding things that had always been Rika-chan's creed, but for her to be this blatantly laying it out, her machinations, something was definitely strange. Like Reina, she was somebody who I didn't want to fight if I could help it. Of course, the one you don't want to fight the most is Mion-san. I've been lucky enough to have to live through more than a few times the end of club activities, but I don't think there was a day that even came close to being this dangerous. Mion-san seems to have developed quite the grudge after losing that poker game a few days ago, huh? It seems that way. In other words, today is just an elaborate stage for her revenge. Almost as though she were psychic, Mion turned toward us, her eyes slightly conveying the message, "You guys just figured that out now?" It wasn't just Mion. Both Reina and Rika-chan were more pumped than they'd ever seen. Yeah, one's gonna pop up today. Without a doubt, there'll be casualties. It seems that somehow Keiichi-san and I are the only ones left out. What do you think? Should we not have our match during the opening round? Might as well. I need to warm up if I can really get kicking into gear. My spinal column shuddered like it had been struck by a bolt of lightning, and like a pillar of ice I was being jammed into it, I began to freeze. I could almost see the flames backlighting Satoko with intensity. Even then, while Satoko was displaying a normal smile, it was cold and inhuman, almost as if it were a plastic mask. You must really want to eliminate me in the opening round. You can't hide that murderous intent. Oh, that's not too bad. You're being uncharacteristically cautious today, Keiichi-san. Without a doubt, it was a trap. I don't know what she had up her sleeve, but if I fought with Satoko during that opening round, my loss would be more than certain than if I went against Mion. He did. A pitch-black miasma permeated the inside of the store. Did they all want to win the 50,000 yen prize that much? Nah, that's not it. The only ones competing for that prize money were the casual participants. I was different. I had mistaken this as just a way to fool around on a normal Sunday. It didn't matter when it was, or where it was, or who the opponents were. In our club, the goal is to always be the very top of that mountain. An intense flame with so strong winds could extinguish, hot enough to melt any steel, began to burn inside me. The fuse had been lit in an unprecedentedly intense club battle. It was then that the owner of the store told Mion in a lackadaisical voice that it was about time to get started. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody ready? Listen close now. Mion began with formalities, standing in the owner, and explained the rules of today's tournament. You're only playing to win. There is no second or third. That's the same rule as our club. There are 15 people participating. We were split into 5 groups via a draw, and each group would have 1 winner. Each winner in first stage would advance to the next in order to complete the final. Now, as for how each group will compete, each table can decide to play whatever they want. As long as the game is here in the shop, anything goes. Already in the club mode I didn't let the small gap in the rules go unnoticed. Mion, can I ask a question? Wouldn't anybody push to play a game they're good at and not be able to agree on which one? Oh, that's right. If we can't decide, we can't start. The spectators also nodded along. It was only natural. There wasn't anybody in there who would simply cede their opponent's suggestion. I'd prefer if you were all good sports and managed to come to a decision on your own, but if it comes to a stalemate, should we have the store's owner decide for you? It was an event at the toy store after all. You'd expect the owner to referee. After that, Mion's rundown continued. It ended with the rule that any losing participants would have to buy the game they lost at, and rather a nice proposition for the store. Alright, cool. Damn, shit. I mean, that'd be cool. Imagine going to like a card store and like the game tournament's like, alright, if you lose, you have to buy the board game. Like, shit. Alright, no big deal. First, we used to draw a split into 5 groups. Everybody lined up in single file and began to draw tickets that the shop owner had prepared. It was my turn. Alright, time to draw. No matter who I was up against, I'd crush him. At that moment, Mian began to laugh with a hawkish gleam in her eye. Of course, I'm sure you already know, but club members will have a separate penalty game than the casual participants. Conventions are going to do the opposite. Wait, they make the winner buy whatever they're doing? Shit, alright, damn, go for it. Try the game for free and enter a raffle to win a copy. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool, I like that, yeah. I just imagine the store owner being like, oh, you can't decide which game? Here, try this really expensive one. What's the gist of it? The winner gets to give the losers 1 order each. Contrary to how simple it sounded, it was a terrifying eventuality, the subject of which no one could predict. Damn you, Mion. Was she really planning on parading me around Hinamizawa in cat ears and a bandana hammock and a tail attached to something? Twilight Imperium. Oh my god. The look on Mion's face told me she wasn't going to let me off that easy. Wait, Twilight Imperium, isn't that the really confusing one? Yeah, that bitch. There we go. Average game lasting like 12. Nah, just really have it be a test of endurance and willpower. Y'all are gonna play Monopoly. Yep, and in 3 days when we know who the loser is. Or you can all give up, I don't care. The losers got 1 order each. In other words, if you didn't finish last, you still have to do a penalty game. Don't know if it's really confusing, but it's a really long game. Ah, okay, gotcha. How about if there's no winner? Like, if all the club members drop out midway through? Haha. Kei-chan, are you alright in the head? What? The look in Mion's eyes became that of a lion bearing its fangs. How exactly are all the elite members of our club gonna lose at some dwindling newborns? Kei-chan. Don't embarrass me by getting eliminated in the first round. Even so, I didn't feel threatened. The more into the opponent was, the stronger I became. You just wait and see. I won't just sit here and be bullied by you, Mion. I'll show you. We shall meet in the finals. There's a few rules, oh my god. The results of the draw were in, enough to make you cry conspiracy. Oh, do you know what that reminds of? The first time I played Catan. Had a few drinkies. Shit got real confusing real fast. All the members of the club were nicely divvied up amongst the 5 tables. How did this happen, when the draw was so random? The thought it was already caught in Mion's puppet strings made me feel uneasy. That was fine, though. I'll crush you all petty tricks. Now, where were my opponents? Everybody was headed to the table corresponding to the number on their ticket. Oh yeah, if that's your first time playing Catan, that'll make sense. Yeah. The competition at my table was these two, huh? They look younger than me. Huh? Wait, aren't you 2 classmates of mine? Oh, hi! I almost said tomato. It's not so bad once you get the hang of it, but it seems like something that was a few turns before stage. Yeah. Yeah, I'm Tomita, and this is Okamura. Okamura couldn't greet me with nodding his head. So my opening round was against 2 of my juniors from school. Just saying, but it seemed like a pretty easy matchup. Lucky. Time to destroy them without any mercy. Alright then, everybody. Please decide on your games and start. With Mion's declaration, the inside of the store suddenly became lively. Everybody was yelling their favorite games at each other, trying to gain an advantage before it started. Even my 2 classmates, who seemed attached to him at first glance, began to fiercely insist on their own games as soon as the signal was given. Of course, I would kick those suggestions aside. There was absolutely no reason to pick a game your opponent was good at. Sorry, they're all games I don't know. Could you pick something a little more well-known? Of course they didn't agree to the games I suggested either. I could only smirk bitterly. Naturally, after 5 minutes, this table still couldn't agree on a game. Obeying the rules, we asked the store owner to decide on a game. Clearing his throat, the shop owner brought over a board game from the back of the store. It was a game called Billionaire. Oh fuck yeah. Quite the vintage we have here. Come to think of it, if you lose you have to buy this game. That damn shop owner. He was using this competition to get rid of the games he couldn't sell? I know this one, though. The guys do too, right? Spin that wheel and head to the goal. Monopoly? Psh. It sounds more like it's Game of Life in this game. I thought it was going to be the Rich Man, Poor Man card game. When he said billionaire like that. Whoever has the most money after the liquidate all our assets is the winner. Yeah, we're doing Game of Life. The 2 nodded agreement and finally the game was underway. At that time, I'd already had a feeling of an impending crisis. I wouldn't realize that until the game had progressed a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Celebrate the birth of your child. Receive $5,000 from everybody. Straight up Monopoly, but like Game of Life movement. Ah. Okay, I've built a bit of a lead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bonus! Receive $100,000 from the bank! What? The tables were turned in an instant? 1, 2, 3, Proceed to the cooperation ladder, of course. The corporate ladder, of course. Shit. Whoa, that's a good route. It seemed like the only piece that I was landing on was steady spaces? I had doubts as to why Myon couldn't bring up board games from the club activities, but that reason was laid bare before my eyes. That's right. I'd only realized it now. This game was completely based on luck. How could I possibly be sure to end up in the first place at the end? The ultimate outcome of the game? We decided it was beyond human hands. How were the other club members doing? My eyes naturally wandered off the other tables. Myon's table was... what? They weren't doing anything? Had they still not decided on a game? That's a naive idea. Existed to distract me from the most frightening possibility. Myon was lounging about, leisurely holding some juice that she bought from the vending machine outside in her hand. When our eyes met, she gave me a look of ease. It couldn't be. She's already finished? What game was it? That easily? It was probably too late to be concerned with that at this point. Only 5 minutes since we started, and her two opponents are already beyond recourse. They were sitting there, slumped over in disappointment, muttering to themselves, trying to figure out where they had went wrong. For that, they'd find no answer. Was there any reason for their defeat other than they sat at the same table as Myo? Then what about Reina's table? The spectators were causing quite the commotion. It looked like the game was Karuta? The shop owner had apparently been the one reading it out the cards. Reina had tended to dawdle along and space out a lot. Wouldn't she have a hard time with this game? Alright, then I'll read it out. The dog gets tired on a walk. At the same instant the shop owner began sounding out the words, the card in question disappeared off the face of the table. Nah, off the face of the earth. Impossible. Where'd it go? It was against Reina's cheek. She was rubbing it there. Oh, so cute. I'm taking it home. Looking at the card Reina was rubbing against her cheek, it was some anime-themed version of Karuta. The rather cute, more illustrated decorating the cards. Ah, I see. Basically, it was a picture of a pretty dog girl with a slightly large chest, panting and half in tears as she was being pulled out on a chain. With those types of pictures, even I could play at godlike speed. Of all people to play the game, it had to be Reina. It was entirely possible that her fingertips were on the verge of breaking from the sound barrier. It's over. Myon smiled coolly, seeing no further reason to keep watching. She turned back. So cute, so cute! Even if Reina wins, I'll still buy the cards. I'm taking them home. How? After that, the second card started being grabbed. Started being read. Bam, bam. Such decisive sounds. Well then, how about Satoko? She was playing a rather orthodox game. Concentration. Judging from the distressed look on her face, it seemed she was struggling somehow. One of the main characteristics of concentration is that the pace of the game speeds up as it goes on. As the number of cards memorized decreases, it becomes easier to match several pairs in a row. It wouldn't be exaggeration to say that the first person to take over the flow of the match can run as the winner. The cards still play had decreased. If you memorize the cards that have been turned over before, you should have a good chance to sweep the table at some point. Satoko probably knew the positions of all the remaining cards. However, her turn came a little too late. If her opponent followed up, the match would be decided. Hojo, sorry, but I'm also aiming for the prize money. Don't hate me for this. This guy, did he have some locations and remaining cards memorized? He was completely certain of victory. The tension in his face relaxed. It's over. I whispered from bored manner as I turned my attention back to my own game. I spun the wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? No way! The Ace of Hearts should have been here. There was a commotion from Toko's table as a shout rang out. The other two at the table turned around in surprise. I didn't. After all, there really wasn't anything to be surprised about. The onlookers were confounded, most of them certain that the Ace of Hearts should have been there. There's no way. I must be seeing things. It must have been because I was excited. So assured of his victory, the distress over his defeat ran deep. That's how it is. If the opponent wasn't Satoko, then the Ace of Hearts certainly would have been there. What a fool. When you're up against Satoko, you can't let your guard down, even for a moment, not till the battle's over. Keiichi-san, you still haven't finished your match? You have no sense for these things. With a refined tone of her voice reserved for only the winners, Satoko called out to me. For the casual observer, it must have looked like she was only eked out a victory. From my point of view, however, she was only playing around. The roles of winner and loser had already been decided. There was nothing more than child's play. The laughable part about it was that her opponent didn't know her role had already been assigned. Nice work there, setting up that farce trap with the ace of hearts. My opponent only walked into one of my traps. Even then, one was more than enough. Satoko was a trapper. Her true talent was never having to one to misfire. Sorry, just getting a drinky. But setting it off only one trap was more than enough? Ain't that cool? The fact that the other club members were winning one after another with their own brand of play only added to the impatience at my own lack of progress. Oh right, how is Rika-chan doing? How is our club's sly little fox doing? What the heck is that? Over in the corner, the mood of the table was decidedly different than the others. The game at Rika-chan's table was... You know that battery-powered fishing game? The one where the fish opens and closes their mouths as they are rotated on a platform? And you use that magnetic fishing rod to pick them up? That old thing. It seemed like they planned on competing by seeing who could catch the most fish, but it had become an atmosphere that you could call competitive. Wow, I caught one! Wow, you're so good! Rika-chan, you're so good at this! Oh my, she caught another one! Rika-chan is really good at this! I knew that Rika-chan had already charmed her opponents along with the onlookers before the match even began, but brilliantly played. The corner had become an informal meeting of the Rika Furude fan club. It's Rika-chan's total victory! Total victory! Rika-chan's good at fishing, isn't she? What Rika-chan is trolling for probably isn't fish. Hearing that, she glanced over at my way briefly. This is my way of getting serious. That's what I heard. This is a masterful technique that only Rika-chan is allowed, only Rika-chan can do. Yeah, a masterful technique. My Bara-san, it's your turn. Oh, sorry. Guess it is. 1, 2. Fined for tax evasion. Pay $50,000. In contrast, my game. What an unseemly situation this was. Noticing the uneasiness creeping across my face, my companions came to see how I was doing. Huh? Keiichi-kun, could it be you're struggling? You're struggling? Okamura, right now? How much money do you have? Okamura had wrung 2 lots of money out of the elite course. He began to count through a stack of his white $100,000 bills. Keiichi committing tax fraud? About 980,000, I guess. How much money do you have, Tomita? I have 880,000? I'm still close enough to turn this around. Those two, it looked like they would easily surpass $1 million. Well, Kei-chan, how much do you have? Mion's tone of voice was grim from the get-go. It was her disappointment and disgust as a club president. It can't be helped. There's no strategy involved other than spinning this stupid wheel. How am I supposed to cheat? Tell those two to close their eyes and count to 100 while I rig the wheel? You know there's no way I could do that. Rika-chan gently pat my head. Still, she wasn't too happy. How pathetic. At one point, I thought you'd be a worthy adversary. I've been utterly disillusioned. Don't give up, Kei-chan. Keiichi-kun. There has to be some way to make it come back. Do your best. Right till the end. Like I said, how am I supposed to make a comeback with this game relying entirely on luck? Right, Mion? Mion's face, however, was almost unbelievably indifferent, like she was watching something completely unexciting. She then turned her back without saying a word. Hey, me! It was a pathetic voice that irked in myself. I'm disappointed. Everybody was serious about this, but Kei-chan was the only one who wasn't. What do you mean I wasn't serious? Are you telling me to control the spinner through sheer force of will? How can I do that? If you were serious about it, you would have settled this game 10 seconds from when you started. Mi-chan, You don't have to be so angry. Wait. Mion, in a bad mood, cast me aside and disappeared into the depths of the shop. Maybe it was because it had become an awkward situation, but the spectators dispersed from around my table. Damn it! Are you saying I'm not serious about this? Are you saying that if I were serious, I would have settled this game in 10 seconds? If I were serious. Everybody was praying for my victory. They believed in me. Did I betray their expectations? Was it because I wasn't serious? Ugh. Should we continue this game? The two of them were timidly trying to resume play. I didn't respond. The table sunk into silence. My Barakun, should I take that to mean you're giving up? The owner, thinking I was forfeiting, started to announce the cancellation of the game. At that moment, the demon inside me let loose a howl and awakened. I get it now, Mion. What it means for me to be serious. I'll show you. Bam! I clapped my hands on my shoulders, speaking in a low voice after pulling them closer. Tomi-kun, Okamura-kun, let's make a deal. Let me win. The two of them, not immediately understanding what I had just said or meaning behind it, were momentarily confused. Hey, my Bara-san, no violence. Let's settle this game properly. Just listen to what I have to say. What is it you guys want? The 50,000 yen prize? Well, of course, winning that kind of money is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Even supposing you win, what are you going to do with that money? How are you going to enjoy it? The two of them considered it briefly. Buy a new game or something. Snacks? Maybe some juice? That's petty. So petty. Are you guys stupid? Then how would you enjoy it if you won, my Bara-san? Oh, me? That's the point. Just shut up and listen to what I have to say. We club members have a penalty game separate from the casual participants. If we lose, we have to obey a single command from the winner. From another point of view, the winner earns the prize from being able to control the other club members around. First of all, Tomita-kun, you like Satoko, right? Don't deny it. Next, Okamura-kun, and you like Rika, don't you? Now don't turn red. I drew the two of them red-faced and conscious of whether anybody else heard what I said, even closer. Oh, hi, Luna. Lollies. Moe. Pretty girls. What men covet. What men dream about. It's like an unreachable Garden of Eden. Even then, you'll still aim for it, you wouldn't you? That's because of our passionate souls scream for a Moe. That sensitive age where you couldn't say you liked a girl you liked. Understanding that gave me all the power. Tomita-kun, if I win, I'll make sure Satoko wears a collar to be your little sister for a day. Psh, a red fountain spewed from both Tomito's nostrils. Also, Okamura-kun, I'll put cat ears on Rika-chan and let her take you out for a walk on a leash. Blood erupted from the vein in Okamura's forehead. Don't be shy. Just pretend I forced you to go along with me. You two are simply sacrifices to Maribara-senpai's whims. You can pretend to be against it. I understand. I know everything that your hearts desire. Then, I suddenly lowered the tone of my voice. My school life was very bleak. I know with my very body how foolish it is to waste an important time of your lives. So, to you, my juniors, I don't want you to live your lives like that. Be honest with yourselves and chase your dreams. Fulfill them. I'll fulfill them for you. I will! It was in this moment that the values of men bridged generations. My Bara-san! Did I ever have a mentor who ever spoke my name for me so strongly? Never. There was no way there was. And that's becomes a man's life. He'll only have 3 fateful encounters. The valuable first time was being experienced in the right this moment, these 2. It's fine then? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Game over! It was such an assertive declaration of the game's ending that everybody in the store turned and looked. It had been less than 3 minutes since I was on the verge of forfeit and all the spectators certain of my loss. Keiji-san, what happened? Who won? It was my complete victory. What did you say? Exactly how did you overcome this situation? There's no need to explain what happened. It was a gentleman's agreement. Right, guys? Yes, sir! The two of them, stifling tears of gratitude, answered strongly from the bottom of their hearts. Exactly what kind of miracle occurred here during these 3 minutes as spectators all looked away from my utter disadvantage? You did it! You did it, Keiichi-kun! Yay! The spectators were puzzled over how I was able to so quickly overcome that hopeless situation. That guy, is he able to control the spinner wheel with his eyes or something? It's a miracle. What devilry is this? He's in cahoots with that Mion, you know. Oh, Captain, my Captain, exactly, yeah. There's no doubt he had some sort of strange trick up his sleeve. I looked at the crowd, who couldn't help but be excited out of the corner of my eye. Not fully awakened and in battle mode, I let out a dispersive laugh. So this is what it means for me to be serious, Mion. Huh. You took your sweet time. Baring our fangs at each other, we laughed together in our most unsightly fashion. With this, all the club members have cleared the first round then. Which means, this time, it's a match against everybody. A match! I've already decided that I'm gonna buy with the prize money. That's only natural, right? Satoko and Reina sneered at each other. These guys. Do they really think they can win against Keiichi Maibara when he's this serious? Mion, that was a mistake. You shouldn't have offered me advice just now. What a mewling newborn you are. You're a million light years too early to think you can win against me. Mion, light years are a measurement of distance. Oh, she's embarrassed. She's embarrassed. What are you doing, Mi-chan? How are the 5 of us gonna face off? How? Well now. We have a splendid lineup. It would be a waste to rush things. Rookie mistake playing against the main character? True. Mi-chan saying something complicated again. It couldn't be. Why you? Mion's hair flowed elegantly, almost like a cape, as she turned her back to the table. As for today's contest, I, Club President Mion Sonozaki, will reserve judgment for now. The method and time are yet to be undecided. The more spectators, the better. It should be in front of everybody from Hinamizawa and Okinomiya. By then, we'll know the best way to finally settle things. Are you running away from this? This is too unfair, even for you, Mion-san. Heh, you newborn. Do you still not realize what has happened? The combative aura building out of Mion's body formed a barrier, stopping Satoko's advance. We'll meet again. Prepare yourself for the inevitable defeat. With a shrill laugh, Mion left the store. After a moment of silence, the crowd erupted into cheers. When will they resume the contest? Mion's serious. The other members did great too. That new guy, Maibara, he's got some strange power. He turned the tables in an instant. Maibara-san! You've got to win! Yeah! I'll dunk someone in Mion's head first in the river Styx for ya! That part of the crowd had apparently overheard the covenant between Tomokun and Okamura-kun and myself and erupted into cheer. Mion's gonna win anyways. She's the undefeated empress. I'm betting on Mion. No, it's gonna be Reina and her ungodly speed. Satoko the trap artist. Rika the siren. It may be a long shot, but it'll be Maibara. However, right now, I had no ear for those cheerful voices. Setting the stage for this huge match and then running away like that, I wasn't gonna forgive Mion. Outside the store, Mion was getting on her bike as the shop owner was seeing her off. Don't run away, Mion. If you're the club president, don't run. Fight me. Oh, sorry, Kei-chan. Right now, I've got to get to my part-time job. Huh? Like you would see a sketch comedy show. My legs slipped in the opposite direction, so I was doing the splits. Yeah. While you were playing your game, Mi-chan received a phone call. It's too bad. It was just getting good, too. Not our lucky day. They're getting crushed at the sale over at the uncle's store, so they don't have enough people to work the registers, so he called for me help. When you say your uncle, does he manage a supermarket or something? It's just a small store, but Whenever you put stuff on special, all the housewives swarm in like lotus. Don't they have any common sense? Even though they don't have enough stuff, they're selling a carton of eggs for 10 yen, limit 1 per person. I'm a little surprised. You would never think that this was a club president executing such a dark aura inside the store just a short time ago. It was the usual Mion right now, almost exasperatingly so. My shoulders slumped. That's right, club mode was over now. But it was really heated today, and it was really fun. Damn Mion, she really knows how to fire people up. Me too. I got so fired up my head started to tingle. Especially Kei-chan. That was scary. I thought he was gonna eat me alive there. It's work, so I guess there's nothing you can do. But it's really too bad. I really want to continue some other time. Any time is good. How about we do it at the Watanagashi festival? She would change till she cools down, like coming back to strike. Exactly. The cotton drifting 5 demon firefight. That's right. I'll think about it. Right now, what were Rika-chan and Mion talking about? Watanagashi? Cotton drifting? 5 demon what? I love it when things turn out all over the top, like manga-like. It'd be nice if we could have another thrilling club activity like this soon. She laughed with a smile that made you feel refreshing just looking at it. At that moment, the shop owner came out carrying a paper bag. I wonder what's in it. Is he giving it to us? Thank you, everybody, for today. And thanks to you, the event went really well. It's not much, but here's a little something for you guys. Hey, Uncle Yashiro. Isn't there a little something for me, too? My. Quite an adorable one, is it not? When Satoko and Rika-chan opened the bag, there's a cute stuffed animals inside. Wow, they're so cute! Can I take them home? Can I really? Which means there's something for me, too, right? Oh, I got a pretty adorable one. It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress. One who used to play house. Reina's eyes were so glued to the stuffed doll. Satoko was the same, and Rika-chan too? Kei-chan got the one that fits him the least. How do I say this? I could say it's pretty cute. Well, I guess it's cute and pretty? I can admit it's adorable. But a doll with a changeable clothes is, If you walked around with it, then you'd be treated like a weirdo starting tomorrow, definitely. Mion didn't have to go that far. There wasn't something like a guy me could be carrying around, though. Mion was the only one who hadn't received a present, so I thought about giving it to her. However, after briefly considering, I gave it to Reina instead. Huh? You're giving it to me? To Reina? Thank you! Just protecting myself. If I didn't give it to Reina, then walking the streets at night would be scary. No doubt, no doubt. I thought about giving it to Mion, but I just didn't feel right. You know it. I sometimes wonder why I wasn't born a boy. It's better that you're a girl. If you were born a boy, I would have killed you already. You should kill me while you still can. If you don't, Kei-chan, you might not live to regret it. Wow, okay. Mion laughed after saying such an ominous line. Everybody laughed heartedly along with her. Ask God to make you a boy in your next life. Foreshadowing. 100% Muffin. 100%. I feel you. Then together, the two of us will start on taking over the country as a warm-up. Mion-chan, if you don't get going, the shop owner told her meekly. A lot of us looked at it like she was having a lot of fun, so it must have been hard to put a wet blanket over things. Later then. Today was really fun. I'll see you later, guys. Tomorrow at school. Don't be late for work! Everybody waved their heads and watched Mion left. Before I knew it, the sun was already setting, and the breeze carried a hint of chill. Should we play for a bit more in town, or should we go home? The roads get scary when it's dark. Then I guess it's time to leave. We certainly caused a ruckus today. We sure did. Alright, let's go home. The wind blew gently, as if to cool down those of us flushed with enthusiasm. The road back to Hinamizawa was long, but it didn't really mind.
Oh, that's right. Rina-san, you achieved an overwhelming victory, didn't you?
When Reina gets like that, I'm sorry to say it, but there's no winning against her.
It was because the cards were so cute. See? I bought them. How?
Rika was the same as usual.
When it comes to boys, it's like taking candy from a baby.
It was an easy win. How much was calculated and how much was natural? I get scared when I think about how Rika will turn out in the future. They were in a different town? Yeah, they said they were going to Okinomiya. Because Hinamizawa doesn't have shops and stuff like this. So Toko-chan was amazing too. The way it ended was really exciting. It wasn't the sort of game where I should be complimented.
Keiichi, you also showed your fangs at the end there.
Well, I guess. I'm the type of guy who's the strongest when he's cornered. Tomita-san and the others seem to be cheering you on really hard. What was that about? He made some sort of promise with Tomita and Okamura. It's probably a secret.
A secret? A secret? Oh, I wonder what it is, I wonder.
Sometimes for a man, there are times that can only be understood by one another by fighting. Desperately laughing, I frantically tried to avoid the subject. After that, everybody continued to praise each other for how they defeated their opponents and reflected on how fun today was.
Everybody look! The sunset's so beautiful!
Satoko, getting even more excited, pointed. Waiting where her finger indicated was an immense sunset, casting even longer shadows for us on our bikes. The cries of the Higurashi were gentle and very comforting. I wonder if we're gonna get down to business quicker than in the last one. Received a tip. Who is Mion's uncle? That's okay. When tips are like in the form of a question, it seems like so ominous. Right, save. Hey, that's chapter 1. Good shit. We finished 1 chapter. Yeah, baby. Let's read the tip though before we go. View new tips. Right, good to see the unsettling music here hasn't changed. Huh, alright then. Yep. Sorry. I suddenly got called into my part-time job at my uncle's shop today. What's that? No club activities then. Oh, haha, I'm sorry. Mion put her hands together in apology and grinned. If you really want to do a club activity today, then you can always do it without this old man. The club locker is stuffed full of games. You can pick whatever. The club locker was a trans-dimensional space from which Mion pulled games whenever we met up for club activities. I wondered how many of these freaking games could be stored in the locker. It was even smaller than the one with the cleaning supplies in it. Besides, those games, it was almost a cornucopia of suspicious objects, costumes, for punishment games. If we lined them all up on the floor in order to sort them, it would definitely fill the entire classroom. Nah, we shouldn't. I get the feeling that if I mess around the locker, everything inside will come tumbling down on me. Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe amateurs shouldn't meddle with this. Mion gave a hearty laugh, implying that the only one who could do so was the club president.
Me.
The teacher's looking for the key to the gym storehouse? Do you have any idea where it could be? Eh? Did I not return it to the teacher's lounge? Mion said, feeling about in her pocket. Judging by her expression, she must have planned on returning it, but it was still in her pocket.
I knew you had it, Mion-san. I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that you simply must have been the one who had it.
I was right too. Satoko and I were both right. Giggling, Satoko and Rika-chan clapped their hands together in celebration. You're annoying. Jesus Christ. Slap clap. Mion elbowed Satoko and Rika-chan in their heads. then headed for the teacher's lounge. Oh right, have you two heard? Mion has a part-time job, and that's why she's not coming to the club. Oh, is that so? That's so very droll of her. Me. The two of them made disappointed faces. Whenever anyone said Mion's club was always the #1 thing I looked forward to when coming to school. It wasn't hard to agree with their melancholic expressions after hearing it wouldn't be happening today. So Mion's got a part-time job. I wonder what she's doing anyway. Whenever Mion canceled a club, it was usually because of her job. However, it also didn't seem like she went there every day. She would go 2 or 3 days in a row, and then not go for a while. It sounded like a pretty damn random part-time job. She isn't working at any one shop or anything. She isn't? Then does that mean she's like a day laborer? Mion wearing socks and a helmet, sweating to death in the factory. I couldn't imagine it. Mion-san helps her uncles out whenever there's employees on vacations. She's like a handyman. Ah, I get it. Now that you mention it, her having a job at her uncle's place. I think I've heard about it before. She has a lot of uncles who run their own shops, so Mion-ni is in a very high demand. She has a lot of uncles who own shops? A lot of them? Oh, were you unaware, Keiichi-san? There are many relatives of Mion-san's in Okinomiya who run their own stores. Huh? I didn't know that. So they're all different kinds? Yeah. There's a bakery, a produce market, a ramen shop, and many others besides. That toy store we went to for a club the other day was one of them. I was dumbfounded. That's amazing! If Mion's family is blessed with some kind of crazy business sense, they run so many different things, it's kind of amazing. There are a lot of others, like a loan shark, a land shark, a strip club, a brothel. What I'm saying is that they do a lot of things. Okay. A couple weird things came up in that, but still. I could tell it was pretty extensive. So the reason they're so fussy about returning the money she lent is because of a blood loan the sharks ran through her veins then, huh? That explains that. Once I completely forgot to pay me back for money and she gave it to me for go shopping. And she threatened me, saying if I didn't return it all, she'd throw me in the red light district and that would be the end of me. Rika-chan's being sold into the entertainment industry to pay off her debts. Crap, my nosebleed. Dying by being thrown to the ground must be the silliest of death I've ever heard of. Huh? She doesn't really get it, does she? Recently she seems so unspoiled. Rika-chan and I gave her a pat on the head. Huh? Well, why are you patting me? We're petting you because you're a good girl, Satoko. Satoko was lost in confusion, but she seemed to understand she was being made fun of. You died. Okay. Let me save. Let me pull out my thoughts here real quick on that. So, something I just realized in the last book, when we go into town to talk to Detective Man, we come back and somehow Mion just knows about the fact that we are with Detective Man. Now we know, now I understand how she knew, right? Because her family literally has eyes everywhere. And that's how she knew about everything. Yeah, right? I guess this chapter is just meant to set up foreshadowing. Probably. Yeah, I know. Honestly, I only planned to read like one chapter each session for this one, just because in the first book, each chapter was so long. Like, she has family telling her when you're going through town. Exactly. Exactly. She can keep tabs on us all she wants. Yeah. Okay, so that makes more sense now. It wasn't just some weird happenstance that she knew. She literally has eyes everywhere. Because I know we learned in the first book too that the Sonozaki family and the Furude family were kind of big head honchos in Hinamizawa. So I guess that checks out as to why. Yeah. Just some more things make sense now, and that's pretty exciting. It makes more sense than a ghost following you around and seeing you leave. Exactly. Right? So now it's like, okay, now we have more clues to tell us that this isn't just some weird random cursed demon. It's, sounds more like a mafia. Okay, good. But yeah, I guess, yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I thought that this first chapter would take us twice as long as this, but that's okay. Because unlike Hakuoki, this one I literally have to read everyone's lines, so my throat kind of hurts already. I am weak. Oh my god. Sorry. But yeah, one chapter at a time with Higurashi, I think, too. Keep it nice. Plus these tips at the end, too. Some of them can get kind of long. Daijoubu. Thank you. Naruhodo. But yeah, well, good. I'm glad we're back in it. Yeah, I guess there's not much else to say. I'm excited to see where this one goes. I mean, having seen the anime, I have an idea, but the book could always be better and always go a different route. So we'll see. Yeah. Alright, lamb chops. Let's see, announcements. Monday will be Monster Hunter again. We'll start doing some hub stuff together. Let's get hyped. Yeah. It's been a while since we've done a Higurashi stream as well. Truth. Yeah, Monster Hunter Monday. Yeah. I was nervous about having 2 visual novels going at once, but fuck it. I like the visual novels, so sorry, you're all getting dragged through it with me. But no, I appreciate you guys coming and seeing it and stuff. Gonna polish up your support armor? Fuck yeah. Alright, lamb chops. So I will see you Monday. Of course, schedule and stuff will be going up either sometime tonight or tomorrow, so we can see all that good stories. Good. Glad we enjoy them. Yeah. Alright, lamb chops. Good evening. Good night. Goodbye.